Okay, I wanted to go live and take some pictures of eBay products like I do most nights, but I wanted to show a little bit on how I do it, my process, what I use, and what my setup is like. So I have some videos where I've talked about this a little bit before, but I wanted just to do a live and talk about it a little bit more. The video is upright, or I guess I should say um, up and down instead of horizontal, but that's okay. We'll manage, and so we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into taking some pictures. So, one thing, or I guess two things that I need when I'm taking pictures are a lint roller and a tape measure. So I take pictures of all clothing items pretty much. And our first clothing item is going to be these Edwin jeans. And my wife and I, we do eBay reselling together, so sometimes she'll go and source without me. And in this case, she sourced without me because I haven't seen any of these products yet. So Edwin jeans, I'm sure they're good. My wife's a really good picker at the Goodwill bins. So I'm not sure what these are, but I'm sure they have great value. So on jeans, I really like to make sure that that first picture is I like to make sure that first picture is of the whole jeans. Sorry, having some technical difficulties here. One second. Here we go. But I like to make sure the picture pants that's going to show on the eBay listing looks just like that, so that people can see the whole pair of pants. They know exactly what they look like and what they're clicking into. Hey, that's awesome. Go Cougs. Are you reselling mainly clothes, out of curiosity? But as I get back, and go Cougs. Got a game, basketball game here in about an hour I'm going to be watching. But on jeans, I like to measure the inseam because sometimes what they have on the pants listed isn't always going to be the same length. Get the inseam. And to measure an inseam on a pair of pants, you go from the bottom of the cuff all the way up into the middle of the crotch, right in the middle of that seam. That's where you measure it to. So then I get a picture of the waist. That's awesome. We buy everything from the bins, and we sell everything on eBay. But hey, thanks for watching, and that's a huge coincidence that we're both Cougs. I graduated in 2017. But for the waist, the way to get a waist picture is just to measure from edge to edge here. And then I always want to make sure that I get a picture of all the labels. And make sure my camera's clean. So that's, you know, the cut, the brand, and then also just any other labels. These ones are made in USA apparently, that's cool. Sometimes tags are a little like held back, or like they won't hold themselves up. So I don't like to have my fingers in eBay listings. So I use a tape measure to hold things back. Hey, I appreciate that, Will. Glad that it's creating value for you. My eBay store's name is Colton's Hub, and it's also under Cole_Rock 44 or something. If you, well, I don't want to send you on a wild goose hunt, but on my last video I put it in the description. So then on the back of the jeans, I'll always take a picture of just this area, like the butt area, to make sure you can see the pockets, and then I get a full picture. So I'll walk you through some of the pictures I take. So here's the back picture, butt picture, take a picture of that size tag, take a picture of the inside tag, cut tag, waist, inseam, full size picture. But the bins are crazy here where I'm at as well. Definitely really competitive, but we're able to get a lot of stuff from there. So we've kind of gotten used to the competitiveness of the bins, which is nice for us because it used to be kind of intimidating. But now it's kind of just, we know what to expect, and it's just like the new normal. But I agree with you, it's definitely crazy at the bins. Getting a little warm. But what was I gonna say? Oh, garage sales. I've never really had too much luck with garage sales and clothing. Except, I mean, I've only been doing this for a year, so we'll have to wait until next year or whatever. But last year we didn't have too much success. There was a lot of people that were selling at garage sales that seemed just to be basing all the clothing prices off of eBay prices, and it was just kind of tough to negotiate with them because they were so stuck in their pricing ways. Okay, so these are a pair of really wide leg Madewell khaki women's pants. Madewell is kind of, I believe people used to look at it as kind of more of a women's brand compared to young women's brand, if that makes sense. And from what I've heard, talking with my wife and other people, is that Madewell is making somewhat of a comeback, I guess, or a resurrection, if you will. And people are starting to like it, so it's a good brand pickup. I think it's getting pretty popular. My wife wears some of their stuff, so I think people are starting to wear it more. And on a pair of jeans like this or pants like this, when it has a really wide leg, I like to take a picture of that wide leg because you never know what people ask, or I guess I should say people have asked me that in the past, like, oh, what's the size of the leg opening? So I just want to make sure that I'm covering my bases, so people can't just come and ask me a question. It just saves my time. So once again, take a picture of the waist, go from edge to edge. That'll give you the waist length. And it looks like these are a 28. And then again, taking a picture of the tags. This one, probably don't need that. But I'll probably be able to get, I would say, anywhere from 15 to 25 for these pants, plus shipping. So, I mean, I would pretty confidently say I'll get $20 plus shipping for these. Okay, and then one of the butt. All right. And then I like to make sure I fold these up really, really nicely, because my wife will then go through and put them into our storage packages, which then get loaded up into some of our storage bins. So fold that up nicely, we'll go and get the next product. And I'm just pulling them out of this IKEA bag here. Okay, let me get a t-shirt going for you guys. Okay, we got a Rain and Spooner t-shirt. Rain and Spooner, they make a lot of really cool like Hawaiian shirts. So it's kind of cool to find a different piece from them. Because I feel like most of the stuff I've found from them is mainly just like Hawaiian shirts. So finding a cool t-shirt from them was interesting. And it's Christmas themed, but I think it's, I don't know, kind of a cult followed brand in a way. So I always make sure when I'm doing t-shirts or anything, I'm spreading them out really well, because if you can spread out some of those wrinkles, if it has them, then it's just going to make the shirt look that much better. But here's a case where I use my handy dandy, man, I'm forgetting the name of this thing. Okay, sorry, I'm going to answer some of these questions. Yeah, I agree. I had to, my wife was, you know, somewhat getting shoved around, but you kind of have to be tough in the bins and shove back. Like, it sounds terrible. Like, I don't shove people ever. Like, I think that's terrible. But you can't, I don't know. I agree with you. People shouldn't be shoving anyone. I'm just going to leave it at that. I think it's ridiculous that people get that aggressive and that competitive when you're in the bins. And then real quick, when I measure t-shirts, I always measure the chest size. So that's from edge to edge here, right below the armpits. Gives you a great reading on chest. And I don't know why I did that first, but since I did, we're going to do the length as well. So I go right next to the neck and all the way to the bottom. And then I get a full picture. And then a picture of any graphics or anything like that. Picture of the tag. And then there is one small little hole here, so I'm going to take a picture of that just so my buyer knows what's going on. Not a big hole by any means, just cosmetic. And then same thing on the back. Gonna use the lint roller. I don't know if I ever remembered that for the front, but looks like this one's from Christmas of 2015. Okay. Same thing on the back. Picture of the full back. Picture of the graphic. And I'll come around and show you guys. Picture of the graphic. Picture of the full back. Little hole. Tag. Graphic. Full back. Measurement. We do great at garage sales. I found 15 vintage tees in one day for $1 each. I find at garage sales when people are getting rid of something, they usually have a lot of it. That's a good point. And I'm not gonna not try at garage sales next year. Like, I'm definitely gonna try and go to them. But sometimes I don't know, maybe it's just where I live. I just haven't had the best of luck, but it's kind of like the bins. You can have bad luck at the bins too. So I just need to stay persistent at it and try it again next year. And then, Will, you asked what's your opinion on AI descriptions on eBay. I love them, to be honest, because they take, I mean, I'm pretty sure they just use a ChatGPT backend on that. And I think it works pretty ideally. I think it works really well because it takes everything you need to know about your product in terms of features. And if you have all your features in place, it does a good job. Whenever something's wrong with my products, I always make sure to go in and add that at the top of the description. So let's say this. So for example, this jacket has some stains on it. Tiny ones. This is a work jacket, so that's fine to me. But I'll make sure to go and mention at the top of the description, above the AI description that I've used, and say, make sure to look on every picture and see the stains on the front of the jacket. So I use the AI description almost, I mean, for every single product. I think it's, people can, it adds some keywords into your posts that may or may not attract more buyers based on the keywords. So I think, I mean, before I was like not even doing descriptions before I started using the AI descriptions. So I think it's better to have that than to not have a description at all. If you guys are watching this, make sure to like it. It'd be super helpful. But right now, I'm just taking pictures of all those little stains. T-shirts and jackets are very similar in terms of what I take pictures of. Any defects, gotta take pictures of the tags, things like that. And then I'll measure it. Okay, go from top to bottom, and then armpit to armpit to get the chest size. Oh. Okay, and then usually on jackets I'll open them up, make sure the zipper works, and then I'll just take a quick picture of the inside just to show, is it lined, is it not lined, what's the inside look like. Okay. Phone on the ground. But this is a Duluth Trading kind of bomber jacket, work jacket type deal. Sorry, I didn't mention what it was. Got caught up talking about AI descriptions. And I'll take a picture of the back. Okay, and then fold it up nicely. So this is my picture taking area. I have 5 lights surrounding me, or surrounding the area. 4 of the 5, I got off Amazon. They're these guys here. LED lights that really help brighten the products and make sure to see any of those blemishes. And then right under the camera, I have a lamp that's just from like college, I believe. Like it was from when I was in college, I had a lamp, and that is what I use for the top of the pictures to make sure when I get jeans and stuff, it's still getting the top there. Okay, this is an aloe sweatshirt, aloe hoodie with exposed elbows. It's interesting, that's for sure. But the brand Aloe is a very good brand to resell. It's similar to Lululemon, but a little bit more expensive. So It's always fun to find aloe at the bins because it sells for good money. Now, I'm not exactly sure how much this will sell for, but if I were to guess, I would say 30 bucks probably. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, these. So just got a picture of the side logo, and now I'm getting a picture of the tag. And I'll get a picture of these cutouts. Yeah, that's a good point, Grant. Still working on my setup, kind of. It's, like I said, a work in progress. But this is also in my dining room, so I need to figure out an easy way to like do that, have a 45-degree angle set up, but then to be easily taken in and out of this area. And an easy way to still have it all lit up. So I agree with you, just haven't figured out a good solution. So yeah, still on this, I'm measuring all the angles, and then I'll flip her over and do the same to the back, or at least take pictures of the back. Okay, and the back picture is not quite as important, but still important. But yeah, I mean, I have to hold my phone high, but it's relatively efficient. But yeah, I agree. If I could save 15% efficiency here, that'd be awesome. So once again, fold it up really nicely so that my wife, when she puts it into our storage bags for the storage bins, it's easy for her to get it in there and to be tidy for when it gets to the final destination at the customer's doorstep. Okay, we got another pair of pants here. These are gray Lucky 121 straights. Sold these in other colors about a dozen times. These ones are a bit wrinkly, so we'll see if we can get them. Okay, that's good to know. You made the change a couple weeks ago, now it's not your least favorite part. Yeah, I was doing this, well, when I first started, I wish I would have documented when I first started reselling, because yeah, like this part sucks. That part definitely sucks. But when I first started reselling, I had like 6 pieces of white paper like taped together, and I would take pictures of video games on it, and then I would fold up polos, golf polos, because it was like the only thing I really sold on out of clothes, and put them on the 6 pieces of paper that are all taped together. Man, that doesn't look very good. Anyways, I would it was just a mess, and then eventually I put this set up on the table, and I just had it like kind of like pressed against the table with using like weights and stuff. I forgot to do that, see. And it was just kind of ghetto. I finally got a piece of 1/4-inch plywood and some clamps and made it so my setup can't move around. Okay, it's 38 by 30, cool. Alright, that's the inseam, and then we'll measure the waist here, and then we'll take pictures of all the labels. So once again, sorry if you've been here and I'm saying it again, but go end to end here, and they're 38, they match to a 38, so that's good. And then I always make sure to take pictures of all the labels. Boom. Okay. And then flip them over. And then take a picture of the back and the butt pockets. Good. Okay. And butt pockets. And then pull back. And then I always fold them up real nice so that they are nice and easy to put away. Okay, and we got next is a Black Raven Brewing Company t-shirt from 2011. Probably a $10 t-shirt, but it'll probably sell to the right person. Hello. Hi. Hey, look, you just decided to show up. Hello. And take a full picture. Picture of the graphic. Picture of the tag. Picture of the size. Armpit to armpit. I'll be ending this live after I'm done taking pictures. I'll be done in 10 seconds. I'm gonna be ending this in about 35 seconds to a minute, so once I'm done with these pictures, all right. So there's a quick little session of taking pictures of eBay products, and hope you enjoyed. I will talk to everybody later, and thanks for watching. All right, peace out.